He actually has a lot of upside as well. Down B is pretty incredible for controlling space, especially if your teammate is coordinated. So having someone to watch the skies while you're able to control that much ground space at once with that single tap 2-hit down B, there's actually a lot of upside to DK in doubles.
Yeah, also I have figured it out. It is the red team. I'm going to square up with MayanRyan and Gurt after this. They're just having fun. Like I said, this is the very first match of the day. This is the first match of stream for Smash Ultimate. So, for one, sometimes nerves do strike, but you also got to remember to have fun. That's the most important thing here. When you come out to these, if you are too busy overwhelming yourself with the idea of having to perform super well, you're going to lose out on your ability to have confidence and having fun in the game. That will set you back so much, because once you're done and you're sitting there going, God, I suck. God, this was terrible. That's only going to be a detriment to you long term. So hopefully nobody's super nervous and ready to have a good time here as we start. And it looks like, Proxy, we finally have maybe the committed teams here.
Yeah, it looks like it. Byleth and Roy, obviously very strong team when it comes to the mid-range here. Roy is very good at taking point. Obviously, frame traps on shield, on point, being able to do a good amount of damage and close out stocks. Byleth as well, being able to play a little bit more of that ranged game, but also is kind of a monster at closing out stocks when you know how to get those confirms.
Doesn't it feel nice to be able to just run up to a shield, jab, and be fine?
Like, it's great.
But they do have a Roy on the opposite side too, along with Diddy Kong. So very not the same, but they both have a very similar game plan, where Diddy Kong is going to try and poke you out by staying on the ground, put banana out, and force you to have to not pay attention to the person in the back. Same thing when it comes to Byleth, except Byleth is doing it with a spacing game. So you have to always pay attention. Like you said, the mid-range game does benefit the red team pretty well here. Granted, they are having a bad time keeping June and Raymond out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they just kind of have weird matchups here. I mean, Roy Mirror, obviously not too bad here, but Byleth, unfortunately, kind of getting rushed down by Diddy, but so far, center stage control from the blue team really has been the tail of the tape. Just being able to control center stage, being able to threaten them off of these platforms here and get into these 2v2 situations where you have your Roy taking point and being able to try and fight it out.
That was almost so good on a read on the tech in place with Byleth. Got set a little bit too far below, so can't really follow up on that percentage. Just start to get out of the way. There's that arrow off stage 2, Proxy, to kind of help. But yeah, you back throw just to get stage control so you can try and get on. But right now, it's been near impossible because Diddy is just chasing him all the way off stage.
Absolutely. He's able to get the up tilt there. Tries to go for the forward tilt on shield. Roy, unfortunately, kind of misses out, and Byleth is able to take control. Red team firing back a little bit here, but there we go. Diddy able to answer right off the ledge.
Yeah, not too bad, but there goes Diddy too. Very even skill level so far between everybody.
Yes,
I feel like obviously the red team were kind of getting pushed back pretty hard to start, but the biggest thing is you have to start getting those Byleth nairs online, because once you start getting Byleth nairs and grabs online, it's going to be real easy for your Roy to go in and convert. But so far, Byleth can't get back on the stage.
Okay, found that fair. Good use of the forward tilt there. And Byleth taking point here, actually looking pretty good, being able to space out, like you said, use those normals. But there's the forward smash, being able to be a little more committal here in doubles than you normally would see in singles.
Yeah, my most difficult thing so far is checking which Roy is which, because at one point I thought I thought that I saw the red team's Roy swing at the own Byleth, so I got confused. But right now, Byleth's getting back on stage. Readable on the center. Diddy Kong has been so good at just controlling center because of that quick frame data, the short range. But right now, you need to be super careful about how you get back on. And that was a good save from Byleth to make sure no punish happened after that throw.
Oh, and just like that, being able to use the up B there to get a little bit extra damage. Forward tilt, a little bit of collateral. But if you get Byleth stock here, it's absolutely worth it. Just gotta even this up as best you can here. Trade comes out. Byleth actually gets the nair into the dash attack, but that trade comes out, and Byleth is still alive, kind of hefty.
And trying to get a snatch in, it doesn't matter, because after going for the regrab attempt, Roy was a little bit too far, so now Diddy Kong has to do this all by themselves. It's not impossible. It's very difficult, though. Then you got it. You can't have whiffs like that happen. You need to separate like you did before, get them off stage, and then keep pushing, which they're kind of doing right now. Proxy, backdoor close off. Do they get at least one?
Oh! Has an opportunity here, sets Roy up. I love that. And you don't go for the player off stage. Take your advantage. Almost gets a forward smash, but now still, again, very doable. Only 50%.
That was so close. If they had the punish on the banana trip, they had a 1v1. But right now, Gurt's going to come through. That's a guaranteed punish, but only a nair comes through. You need like an up air, and the team betrayal coming through Proxy, giving them extra time.
Oh! Okay, able to get the nair, doesn't get anything afterwards here. Put off stage, it's a terrible situation. The trade's out! He makes it back!
No way!
Diddy somehow didn't play it. That is the
And looks like the blue team is going to be the one to pull the trigger first on switching, because the Roys, I feel like they were both losing which Roy was their own. So they're forcing a switch here, maybe with the Luigi. I don't know if it's going to make that big of a difference, but we'll find out in game 2.
I think a lot of this changes the perspective of the way they need to play as well, very much. Because here, Luigi, obviously, combo monster. He's able to find that throw at the lower percentages here. He can just delete a character. Diddy playing a little more bouncer in this situation than he was playing, a little more bouncer than mid-range this time.
Yeah, I agree with that. The big part of what you're going to be doing, actually, is kind of just breaking up combos. However, landing directly in front of Roy with that air dodge, I noticed a couple of very linear recoveries from Luigi, so he's going to have to get better at that, especially with how poor Luigi's recovery is overall.
Okay. Trying to look for the back air, forward air, pressure off Byleth a little bit here. Meanwhile, Diddy finds the fair and chooses to go in for the 2v1 instead of the edge guard. I actually love that decision there. No win to pressure.
Yeah, a big miss on the double edge dance. Nothing's going to come over on the side, because even at 60, you remember Roy can get rid of that one, but Roy sitting at 126, that should definitely go in that Luigi Cyclone.
Okay. Byleth somehow finds an up B off the platform there. Finds the throw.
Just be scooping, man.
Breaks up the combo there. Very smart. Takes a little bit extra damage as Byleth, but that's not a big deal here as you break it up, save your Roy. And now center stage control. Red team looking much better here.
Byleth's like that employee at Dairy Queen you really want to give you that extra scoop on top. To just give you that little extra. Thank you so much. Right now, however, though, we're looking at a much different situation. Last time they came back from 3 stocks down, but the blue team already down 3-2. They do have Byleth that the knockout percentage. But remember before, Byleth was taking a long time to go away in the last game too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Heavy and good DI. It's a match made in heaven here. He's able to get the trade again. Luigi dash attack not doing its job. I mean, kind of a tough move to land, even in doubles where it's a little more even. But the up B does not connect, and he catches a down smash for the trouble.
That was so much. That hurt like a lot. You have to start picking up. But one thing that's good, just missed it. He had the perfect time. Yeah, he had the perfect position for the back air, but just missed timing. Doesn't matter though. They get rid of the Roy. Can they get rid of Byleth? No, Byleth's gonna take out both, and that's a sheer stock coming through, forcing them now into a spot where Diddy has to be that much more careful, and Luigi's got to pick this up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Luigi really has been the key to this. The swap that needed to perform so far is just not getting it done here. Byleth in this edge guard position, again, opts for the 2v1 rather than that and tries to go for the career ender, that up-tilted forward smash.
Oh, he wanted that air dodge bad, bro. He was like, yo, give it to me. Because that could have actually helped even get, I don't think it would have gotten a knockout, but that would have given him a 2v1 to go chase over on Roy. Roy in the middle, though, trying to get for a fair. A lot of plungers just spacing him out, a whole lot of hitboxes, and this man just standing there like, yeah, this is fun.
Okay. Back on stage here, dash attack does connect. Force smash just not. Okay, good reversal there from Luigi.
They're getting a lot more hits, Roxy. Even though they have a lot of damage on them, they have been getting a significantly higher amount of hits so far. That, however, is going to be not enough, but Diddy Kong does fall, and now Luigi's forced to fight this 2v1. So far up to this point, hasn't been able to do it, and he will not do it as MayanRyan and Gurt go ahead and take game number 2.
Yeah, the Luigi definitely didn't look nearly as effective. it just looked more uncomfortable. A lot of the things that they were doing looked more like type of things that you would do in singles. Luigi, obviously a character who is very dominant when he's able to get that combo game started, but with multiple characters on the screen, the game plan does not always go the way that you're looking for it to. So you have to be much more careful about how you approach it here. Just going for this kind of AFK Zaire type of situation doesn't work nearly as well, especially against two characters that can press you like these two Fire Emblem characters.
I had to double check too. The winner of this goes up against Sen and Regalo potentially as well. The team we were talking about before.
Okay.
So you're going right into the fire after this. So you got to clean up when you're getting into this next game.
Yeah.
I think what might have happened is, you know how when you lose game one, but you have multiple characters. Even though you won game one, excuse me. Well, it was close. You start to question yourself too much. You know what I mean? Like you overlook it. Go back to what was kind of working before.
I agree.
And that's why we're seeing the Roy come back here. It's fine. Of course, they are both running blue-colored Roy, so it's going to visibly be a little difficult again. But I think this is the smart call to try and solve this. Also,
they pointed and asked them to change Roy color.
Yeah, I actually noticed. That was good. That was good. That was smart.
Hey, you're the blue team. You get blue Roy.
Actually, that is true. That is
come
true.
on, man.
Some people be pulling that off. They're like, yeah, I'm going to make sure I pick the green Game & Watch to match with this color in the background. Oh, we're going to FD? Or I'm going to go white so when it flashes, you can't see me. But right now, we're on Smashville and Proxy. This is basically Fight Club. With these four characters, they will be fighting the entire time. Usually, you buy for ledge traps here. There is no safety net, though, with this stage in doubles.
Oh, the counter actually gets everybody there. Pushes through, Forto comes out, goes for the roll after actually. Each of their trades. A little bit else comes through. Both characters, blue team doing a good job again of controlling underneath this bottom platform here, but overextensions trying to protect their partners. Crucial.
Oh, going for the dare off stage too. No, don't miss out. I mean, they've not been shy of trying to get that violet dare more than once. Good job going for Forto to keep that a minimal amount of end lag as well to make sure you do not get punished. I think that Diddy Kong's presence of mind has been really good, but that forward smash coming through once again. One of the biggest weaknesses that the blue team's Roy has had so far, Proxy, is their recovery is very linear.
Yeah. Definitely going low a majority of the times here at the same spacing as well. Able to find the throw, try to go for the back air, good spacing again. Their team combos are, they have the right idea with the team combos, but the timings are just a hair off. So many KOs on the table from that.
Yeah, big agree on that. That's something we saw with the Luigi dash attack before and picking up a lot here. But the red team keeping it minimal. I like that. They didn't get overcomplicated. They do end up losing one of them in the midst of that, but it's fine. Because the blue team also lost theirs, and now they're once again back down to a 3-stock to 5-stock position.
Okay, dash up with the shield there, able to get the banana. Trip comes through again. It's getting little conversions, but not too much, even in this 1v1 scenario.
They have to find a way to deal with this violet. That has been consistently the most defensive all-star of the actual match. Unfortunately, they got hit by their own teammate with that back there breaking up the Diddy Kong combo, but they even this back up. Proxy, they barely took any damage.
Yeah, looking much better here. Does make it back off the ledge. Jab hits both. He can't commit to the combo. Try to go for the nair afterwards. Jab anti-airs. And Violet again is continuing to dominate this as just a massive stock tank. Like you said, just has felt unkillable.
Yeah, you got, like you said, that if you have somebody being that good at defense, it enables you to feel like you can rush forward as the other player. Well, you're saying the point versus the back end characters, that lets Gurt, I believe, on the Roy there, kind of just go off. But so far, you have to be super careful. Falling up there will not be enough to do it, and they need to avoid another share stock situation because, as we've seen, Diddy Kong is the one that's been able to clutch it out.
Okay. Able to find the forward air there. Violet with a little bit of a trade. Goes down, tries to protect the teammate here. Nice use. Okay, the burner actually makes it back and is able to interrupt the recovery as well.
Okay, I'm going for back there, I think, was to mix them up. But that arrow actually found it smart. Yeah, you don't share stock.
I don't take it. No, I 100%.
Why?
I mean, we'll see. They're both the kill percentages here. We can find a 1v1 very quickly.
One thing I will say is that Roy is really good at these late percentages. However, something I've seen consistently is that is about 4 interactions to an immediate movement or roll from the blue team's Roy. You can't do that. You have to be, see, there we go. One hit, roll.
Yeah,
roll in.
You have to push advantage here. You have to. It can't turn into these situations where you're finding these sparse little hits here. You've got to take some major advantage. Able to find the forward air there, tries to take the 1v1 afterwards here, doesn't get anything for it, and then rolls in again, and rolls into a positioning of back-to-back, but here we go, potential.
Accidental team kill coming in, so all of a sudden it's not too bad. You got to go to a non-committal damage options here. You stick with things like Bear. However, you got ripped out. That down tilt won't be enough, but that Bear absolutely will as MayanRyan seal the deal. Little pop-balls coming from them, and they take it. Passion already coming through to start things off for the day.
Yeah, hell of a set. It's very exciting to get to see, like we said, the international competition coming through, but MayanRyan and Gurt said, you know, he said, must protect this house. Come through all the orange.
We did get to see one of the best 2v1s we've seen in quite some time. I wasn't expecting to see that end the way it did. That is not a normal, common scenario where the rocket into you just trying to live and in the opposing team falls. So, well, that was fun.
It was definitely one of those ones where it was like, man, like, I don't know. I like to see a little bit of fumbles here early in the tournament here. Get yourselves ready to go. Get yourselves settled. Yeah. If there was ever a way for you to get your mental ready for the rest of the tournament, it would be to fumble a game like that and still take the set. So
100%.
That's a good way to go.
And well done. They do have to, again, go up against potentially Seven Regalo, depending on if they won that set or not. So that is also going to be another stressful test to go through.